covering sports throughout all of West Texas. This is News West 9 Sports.
With Sports Director Lucas Mayer.
Live out at Ratliff Stadium. Check out this new scoreboard here at Ratliff. It is massive. It is HD. It's the best in Texas high school football, so we're going to have fun with that all season. Of course, the Odessa High Broncos are about to get their season started against Lubbock Monterey, and not too long. We're about 30-40 minutes out. Let's see what's happening with Odessa High coming into the season. Now, the Broncos have not played any scrimmages. Very rare. Coach King said it just did not really work out. But they're coming off a playoff appearance, also winning a playoff game. Not many people expected that to happen. They're moving on from star running back C.J. Edison with Sebastian Galindo. Also, this will be the Broncos' first game action, like I mentioned. They'll also be relying on Nick Adams at quarterback. They have expectations to get back to the postseason and make an even bigger run. Here's Coach Ron King.
Well, you know, even though we are of our success that we had last year, we're not content and we're not happy with where we were. We still want to work on that and build off of that, and our goal is still the same as it's always been here, which is to make the playoffs and then win district and then get into the playoffs and win a state championship. That will always be our expectations here at Odessa High.
Now, over in Midland, the Bulldogs are trying to avoid their first ever 3 playoff-less consecutive streak season under Craig Yenzer. They don't think it's going to happen. Andrew Kazee has the report from Grande Communications. Andrew, what's going on?
Lucas, as 2014 gets underway, expectations for the Midland High Bulldogs are low. There's no way of sugarcoating it. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone outside of Dogs Camp that expects this team to finish 4th place or better out of District 3-6A. They graduated a ton of players from a talented, albeit underachieving team in 2013. They do return quarterback Ryan Goodrum, but Goodrum has a whole new arsenal of weapons to get to know if the Dogs are going to have any kind of success. But Coach Yenzer loves more than anyone to play the role of underdog and says it will be tough for any team in 3-6A to have any kind of success.
You know, in this district, first of all, great coaches. I mean, you have to prepare your players. If you're not prepared, you'll get beat no matter who has the better talent. That's why we've kind of tried to schedule up a little bit to prepare, add all the demeanor of a lot of the teams in the district, and so a lot of motivation out there. So it'll be a very, very tough district. It'll be real interesting, real exciting.
Now, of course, district isn't for another few weeks, and you heard Coach Yenzer say that they like to schedule up pre-district. That brings us here tonight, where the Midland High Bulldogs face the Smithson Valley Rangers. Smithson Valley has graduated a ton of kids from last year's team, but they do bring up a ton of skill and a ton of size. This is going to be a tough one for the Dogs, but there is a level of familiarity for the Midland High offense. You see, Smithson Valley on defense runs the 4-2-5 scheme, which is exactly what Midland High runs as well. So what Ryan Goodrum and company see tonight on offense is exactly what they've seen during two-a-days. Catch the highlights of this one on 10:15 and 11:35 tonight on Game Time. Lucas, I believe you have an update at Fort Stockton and Brownfield.
Well, that's right, Andrew. Fort Stockton got going at 4 p.m. in the ASCO Football Classic. What a game, 49-42. It just went final a couple of minutes ago. Fort Stockton wins it. We'll have highlights of this one for you at 10:15 and 11:35. Now, we've covered a couple of teams, but hey, that's not all that's going on out here. We got teams all over the Permian Basin starting their seasons. Let's take a look at a couple of notable games. Now, starting in the 4A ranks now, that's what it is at least. Now, we'll start with Greenwood and Seminole, a game supposed to be played yesterday at Grande, but the Lightning pushed it until tonight, and it'll be in Seminole because of field preparations at Greenwood. The Andrews Mustangs host San Angelo Lakeview. Andrews is favored to win District 2 4A Division 1. How about a 3A matchup? Stanton, coming off a playoff appearance, heads to Kermit. The Yellow Jackets only had one district win a year ago. This is a team built on speed. A huge game. 2A Iran heads to 3A Crane. The Braves may be one of the strongest teams in the area, while the Golden Cranes are perennial playoff contenders. And of course, our game of the week in 1A, Balmorhea hosting Rankin. Both teams are expected to be some of the best 6A squads in the entire state of Texas. So as you can see, we are hitting the ground running here at News West 9. Game time is coming your way, 10:15, 11:35. The only station with 2 football shows. That's how much we love the pigskin here at News West 9. Make sure to tune in. That's all for sports. We'll be back.